Welcome back to Gaming Poorly. Here we are in the shooting range again. This video is about guns and what to prioritize when building your gun for the best value. Since gun recoil is one of the most important stats in any shooting game, we'll start by understanding how the recoil works in Arena Breakout. It is obvious that you get less recoil when shooting a gun with higher recoil control. But did you know you get extra recoil control while in crouch and prone position? Ever wonder what is the maximum recoil control in the game? Will we get a laser gun at max recoil control?
One eternity later.
Finally, I've made it. 100 for both vertical and horizontal recoil control with the Mini 14. But it is a semi-automatic gun. So I had to smash the fire button really hard in this test. Like the way you smash the like button for this video. Well, that is disappointing to see. I figured there are two parts of recoil in Arena Breakout. A variable part that can be reduced with the recoil control stat. And a fixed animation part that is different from gun to gun and cannot be changed. Well, at least we now know we still have to deal with some recoil even if we max out the recoil control. Instead of spending a lot of money to max out recoil, we should be finding the sweet spot that we can comfortably control. Personally, I find the sweet spot for recoil is around 80. At 80 recoil control, most guns become very easy to control. If you are having a hard time controlling your gun's recoil, adjust your while firing sensitivity or gyroscope sensitivity in the settings, and test them out in the shooting range until you get your sensitivity right. It is a good idea to get used to a fixed recoil control number and modify all your guns to that same recoil control using the same sensitivity settings. This way, shooting and aiming will become muscle memory, and you will improve with time. Now that we have recoil control out of the way, let's talk about other key factors to consider when choosing and building your gun. The ammo type. As demonstrated in the previous video, ammo is the attack damage stat for your gun. With that in mind, a good gun needs to be able to fire ammo type that has decent damage, to kill your enemy faster, of course. Ammo like the .45 and 7.62 by 25mm don't have level 4 and above ammo variant, and the level 3 9 by 19mm ammo needs 2 shots to kill a level 3 face mask, making the dum-dum ammo the preferred choice in high-level map like the armory. Also, your bullet will do diminishing damage once it approaches or exceeds the gun's effective range, which is why VSS is good in close to mid-range fight only. Scope in Arena Breakout is very important. Due to the graphics render limitation in mobile devices, it is almost impossible to properly aim at a target in a distance with 1x scope. So 2x or higher scopes are very valuable in the game. Most guns in the game can be modded to equip any scope, but some requires a few more parts, thus making them more expensive to use. This makes guns with stock scopes very valuable because their scope are generally much more affordable. If Cohen is not a concern, just fully mod your guns and go crazy with them. For more veteran players, you may skip to the last part of the video for in-game tips that you may or may not already know, because the next part of the video is about budget guns. For beginners that are still building up your bank account, I would recommend spending mainly on high-level ammo instead of guns. That way you will stand a chance when fighting fully geared players. So, these are some of my favorites budget guns in Arena Breakout. SKS the best entry-level semi-automatic sniper in the game. Not only it has a cheap 4x scope, the dedicated suppressor is even cheaper. The base gun is quite poor at close range fight, but thankfully SKS is also very moddable. AK-74N, decent base recoil control and good moddability, an all-round gun for beginners. It uses the same 4x scope as the SKS, and the ammo is very affordable. Take advantage of full automatic mode in close range, and then switch to semi-automatic for long-range target. AKM pretends this is a cheap G18C pistol that packs a punch using the same ammo as SKS. Good hip stability, very suitable for close range and indoor fights. You'll be surprised how viable this gun is in an area like the Northridge Hotel with only iron sight. And to go with them budget guns, the best level 3 helmet for value. I hope everyone watching this video never have to worry about going broke in the game anymore. The next video will be about looting and storage management. Stay tuned.